It's interesting, though, you're talking about the emotional toll it takes on a president and the isolation. In some ways, and let me ask, comparing the stress that Nixon was under and the complexity of the Watergate investigation with this investigation, which actually potentially involves his children, his closest friends, his finances, his past business dealings, is this almost more complex for this president and perhaps even closer to home?
Well, they're both very emotional events for each president of the United States. And one reacts one way and the other, Nixon reacted, he was presiding over a criminal cover-up.
Right, but
that's
Trish Nixon wasn't being called in front of.
But that's what most of his efforts, I think, went into. Whereas Trump, we see Trump's reactions every day. And yes, he is under siege, and he thinks and feels and believes he is unfairly under siege. Both of these events, Watergate was about Richard Nixon's attempt to undermine the electoral system of the United States, the most basic element of American democracy,
and he succeeded.
The right to vote. Because what the object of all that political espionage and sabotage was Nixon wanted to run against George McGovern, the weakest candidate the Democrats could put up. He did not want to run against the strongest candidate, Edmund Muskie. And he and his aides set out to devise this vast campaign of political espionage and sabotage to undercut and destroy the Muskie campaign, and they succeeded. And of course, the allegations of, quote, collusion, right, and what the Russians tried to do was to determine the outcome of an American election, to affect an American election. So in both cases, and Bob, ironically enough, you're dealing with the same allegation in some way.
Well, Nixon succeeded, as Carl pointed out, but we don't know the impact of the Russian meddling, and that's a big issue, and maybe we'll never know.